Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Paul. I'm with the DiceyReview.com. Tonight we are going to be doing a full playthrough of Finish. This is based on some requests from some of the viewers. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that. We're going to play through a game and see how it works. So the first thing you want to do, I'm just going to show really quickly, set up one more time to remind you. You will get the box. You're going to take the 7 coffee tokens, put them right here for the rounds in the game. For the easy game, you'll do 7 candy tokens as well that you'll be able to use, and then you'll put 3 over here in a reserve stash. Then you're going to want to find the 48 card and put it right there on the bottom of the stack, and then you're going to want to shuffle these cards to make sure that they're good and randomized. All right, and after you shuffle the cards, you will go ahead and just place them on top of the 48 to make sure that the 48's on the bottom. And then the rule book says that it's easier to hold these cards in your hand, so we're going to be doing that this game. We're just going to hold these cards in our hand as the draw pile. Now there are a number of different steps on the turn, possible steps, but usually you'll just be doing a couple of things and the rest is situational. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go step by step through the process, talk you through a little bit and what I'm thinking as I play. And then hopefully that will help give you some insight into how you might want to play. So the first step in a turn is drawing 3 cards. Now when you draw 3 cards, you put them into the present area, which is right out here in the middle. And there are a number of possible immediate actions that will take place whenever you have something in the present area. If there is a card that can score, it will do that immediately. You're going to try and have a numbered stack 1 to 48 over here. You're going to try and completely sort your work. Also, if we see candy come up, something will happen with that. But right now, we don't really have any immediate cards that will score. And there are a number of different actions that we could do if we wanted to now before we sort these cards. But without knowing kind of what's going to follow, without kind of knowing where some of the cards are going to be, I don't really want to mess with that. So what we'll do is we'll just kind of leave these cards in the order that they are, because that's kind of in numerical order, in the right ascending order, 11, 17, and 47. So what you'll do is if you don't want to take any actions and you don't want to activate any of those cards, then you'll sort them however you want to and move them to the past. When you move cards to the past, they go down here. And for now, nothing will happen with those, but eventually we'll start to put these cards back on the bottom of our deck. So now that we've done that, we are ready to move on to our next little sequence here, turning 3 cards over face up into the present area. Back to step 1. Now, as you can see, we've had some different actions come up and we've had candy come up. So whenever candy comes up, you immediately get 1 candy token. That's an immediate action. And 4 is pretty close to the 1 that we're going to see hopefully pretty soon. So we may want to kind of try and keep 4 in limbo here to see if we can score it this round. So what I'll do is I'm going to activate this action on card number 22. Now what this action does is it allows you to draw 1 more card into your present area, which is the 18 here, and then it allows you to put 1 card in the present area back on the top of your draw stack. So I'm going to put 4 back on the top so that we can keep it around for a little bit longer. And then now we have actually kind of a neat situation, because if you can see in the past, we've got, let's see here, 11, 17, 18. So we've got some kind of cards that we could start to group together to form a sequence, which is something that you definitely want to do in this game if you can to get more candy. So I am going to do that if I possibly can. And one thing that will help with that is activating this action on 18. Because what this one does is this allows me to pull 2 cards from the past and put them back in the present, which is really going to help us out in sorting. Because what we can do now is, number 1, if we wanted to, we could activate these cards' actions again, which we don't necessarily want to do. But what we can do is now sort these cards in a way that makes more sense for future rounds. So what I'll do is I'm not going to activate any more actions, which means now it's time to sort. Okay, so we are going to sort by first placing 10 down here, because we want that to be close to 11. And then we'll do 17, 18, and then 22, 47 after that. Now when cards go down into the past, they lose their candy. It goes back into the reserve stash up there. And if there are ever more than 3 cards in the past, you start to place them on the bottom of the deck in the order that they are placed from left to right. So now the cards in the past are the 18, 22, and 47. And we'll move on to our next step again. We're going to move to the draw 3 card step. Now we get 4 one more time because we put that right on the top. And let's see, we didn't really get anything that will help us keep 4 around. But let's see if we can draw something else. So this card allows you to draw 1 more card into the present area. That card doesn't really help us that much either. So it looks like we're out of luck trying to get 4 to stick around this round. But what we can do is kind of start to try and sort these cards in a way that makes more sense. So 22, I'm going to put that first on here so it's closer to 23. Then after that, I'm going to put 31 and 37 down here for a number of reasons. Number one, it makes more sense for the 30s and the high 30s to be closer to the 40s just in sorting. And then what that's also going to do is that's going to leave 4 at the end of the pile right here. And that's really important because potentially if I draw another card that allows me to pull cards from the past, I might be able to pull 4 back into the pool and hopefully score it if I can find 1, 2, and 3 quickly enough, which I doubt I'll find that this round, but you never know. All right, so we're going to turn over 3 more cards, go back to step 1. All right, not much of a help here, honestly. And I don't even really want to activate any of these cards' actions. Now, one thing I will say is we've got the mid-30s kind of grouping together a little bit, so that's not terrible. That's something that we can kind of be okay with. Because what you want to do is in this first round, you want to obviously try and score as much as you can in any round, but you also want to start to group these cards and sort them in a numerical order for the future so that you can hopefully start to get sequence bonuses, which we will hopefully see pretty soon. So first thing, we get a candy. So let's go ahead and gain a candy. And we got some cards that don't really help us out much. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put 45 first to keep it closer to 41, 25 over here, and then 5 at the end because that kind of makes more sense in my brain. One thing I will say, this is the easy version, and I'm not very good at this game, so I do not even know if I will beat this version. I'm hoping I will because, you know, we're making a video about it and everything, but you never know. All right, so I get a candy, and it isn't all bad. 5 and 6 are going to go together, which is going to help us out. And then 43, 33, after 33, I want to have 6 so that it's closer to 45. And now we have 5 and 6, which is really good because if we can't score them really quickly, then we can at least hopefully start to build towards a sequence. 44, 24, and 38. Man, I would like to have 43 close to 44. And 38 closer to 33. So I don't really want to activate these actions because candy is really hard to come by in later rounds. So I know it would be nice to have 43 right next to 44. Actually, you know what? I may do that because then I could maybe start to build a sequence. So what I'll do is I'll pull 43 and 33 back into the present area by activating this card. And then, you know what I may do, actually? I may see if I can push these cards into the future and get lucky to build some more sequences. Okay, so what we'll do is we're gonna activate one of these cards, one of these gray cards. Now what these gray cards allow us to do is push the entire group of cards in the present area into the future, one row here. And what that does is that allows us to then draw 3 new cards into the present area and take actions with those cards. And it's not all bad because as you can see, so this can actually be really good for us. What we'll do is we're going to start to build a sequence. Hopefully we've got 42, we've got 43, 44. We also have 35, 33 together. So we've got some better groupings. And we actually have 42, 43, 44, 46. If we can also get 45 in here somehow, that'll be really, really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start to try and get a grouping in the 40s. So I'm not going to take any of the actions here. Actually, you know what? I wonder if it might not be a bad idea just to draw 1 more card just in case. Let's see what we get. 20. That was no help. I should not have done that. Oh well, bad plays. Bad plays all around. Let's see here. All right, so here's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and put 20 first. We will put 35 after that. And then we're going to do 46 and 42. This candy will go away, and then we'll go ahead and get 3 cards here again. And now what happens is with this card, instead of drawing new cards, you will just go ahead and move what was pushed into the future down back into the present area because you're just pushing this work off for a little bit. The candy doesn't leave. You can't activate these actions again. But let's see here. So what I'll do now is I'm not going to activate any of these actions. There's always the potential that I could get something that might help me with using one of these actions, but I don't think it's likely. So I will save my candy and go ahead and let's see here how I'm going to sort this. I will sort 43 first, 44 after that to give me a sequence, which is going to be really nice later when we can talk about what that means. Then I'll do 38, 33, 38, and 30, 24. Sorry. So now we will draw all these cards until we have 3 left. Put these in the bottom of our deck. And then this is our current past area again. And then we'll go right back to step 1 and draw 3 new cards. So hopefully you can kind of see how the sequencing of the game goes, kind of how the pacing happens. Let's see. So 44, 43. Okay, I don't really want to activate any of these actions. I don't think they'll help necessarily right now. I want to have 24 closer to 26. Then I'll do 15 and 7 after that. All right, let's see what we can do here. 3 more into the present area, 28. Ooh, oh, 1. Okay, perfect. So 1 has come up. We get to score this immediately. Whenever a card comes up that can be scored, it immediately scores, and then a replacement is drawn. So 1 will start off the stack. Next, we'll be looking for 2, 3, 4, 5 until we can build a numerical stack there. Oh, okay, this isn't that bad. Oh, gosh. You know what I may want to do? This actually may work out really well. I'm going to do a couple of actions here. This action allows us to put any number of cards, or this action allows us to put all the cards that are in the present area directly on the bottom of the stack, skipping the past area, which can be really nice if you want to sort things a very particular way. And I do. So what I'm going to do is I am going to utilize this action to pull 15 and 7 back into the current pool. Now this candy doesn't activate again. This candy only activates when drawn from the stack. So we won't get another candy, but that's okay because we're going to start to try and build sequences here. And then what I'll do is I will activate this card. Now the last card that I put on the bottom of the deck was a 24, I believe. So what I will do, gosh, well, I want 28, 29, and 26 to be close together, but that's probably not going to be able to happen. I will go ahead and put 28, 29 on the bottom of the stack. I will then put, gosh, that may not have been the best idea, but okay. Then I'll go ahead and put 7 and 8 on the bottom of the stack to hopefully build a little bit of a sequence there. And honestly, those cards are going to go away, hopefully sooner rather than later once we score them. And then that will allow 26 to be a little bit closer to 28 and 29. All right, so then we start over with step 1 again. Ooh, 7, 8 just went on the stack, and 15. Okay, cool. 2 showed up, so we get to score that one immediately. So then we draw 1 replacement for that one. So now we've got 13. And did we get a candy for 21? I don't think we did. If I did, I apologize. And let's see here. I don't really want to, you know what, I don't want to be risky. I don't want to activate any of these cards' actions. So I will just sort these in a way that I think makes some sense. So I know that 15 just went on the stack. 7 and 8 also just went on the stack. So what I may do is I may put 9 there so that I can have 7, 8, 9. And then 13 and 21. And then 26 will go back on the bottom of the stack. And now we'll go back up to step 1. Draw 3 new cards. 14 is coming out too. And 27. Ooh, 26 just went in the stack. I wish there was a way. Okay, I get a candy. I wish there was a way that I could put 27 right next to 26. Oh well, that may not be possible just yet. I will put 14 down here first to be closer to 9 and 13, and then I'll put 27 and 36. All right. It's kind of incremental progress that you make over a certain number of rounds because you're just hoping to get it all sorted in the correct way, score as much as you can, and then get sequences to give you more candy to take more actions and things like that. So let's see here, 12. Man, I want 12 to be closer to 14 and 13 too. I tell you what I could do. This could be good. So let's do this. Let's pull these two cards back out of the past. And then let's just go ahead and I'm gonna draw one more card just to see, just to ride the lightning, see what we get. Not much of a help. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, so what I'll do is I will not waste any more of my candy. I will go ahead and put the 12 down here first. Then I'll go 19. Then we'll do 27, 30. These candies will go back. And then we'll do 36 and 39. That's how we'll sort that to hopefully get it to make some more sense in future rounds. And then that's our current past setup. Okay, not too bad at all. 40 and 39 are going to go together. Oh, fantastic. We get three scores. And the cool thing about these candy cards that are going to score, the way that the steps are laid out in the rule book, you get the candy before you score these cards. So I'll get that candy, then that card will score, and I will get to turn over a replacement, which is 48. Bummer. Bummer, bummer. So we are through our first round here, essentially. Unless I want to take more actions and push stuff off to the future, which, you know, might not be a terrible idea, but then again, candy is really hard to come by until we start to build some sequences, so I may just let this happen here for the first round. So I'll do 39, 40, 48, and then 16. Now, anytime 48 is moved into the past, you're forced to consume one coffee from your supply to avoid falling asleep while doing your work. And if you ever need to drink coffee and you can't, you fall asleep and you lose. So it's very important to try and keep 48 out of the past, if possible, out of moving to the past. But sometimes you can't do it, you know. So we have gone through one full round, and now we'll go ahead and start again by playing step one. Now we've got 10 and 11 and 17. Now you can start to see the second time around that some of these will probably make a little bit more sense, at least in, you know, having some type of numerical making sense numerically. Now, we also have 16, 17 here. Let's see if we can... Let's see if we can start to build some sequences. So I'm going to go ahead and activate card 11 and move... 17... 11 into the past, and then I get to draw two more cards from the top of the deck. Let's see if we can, oh gosh. You know what? I'm going to do this. 10, 11, 16, well, that wouldn't give me a sequence, but it would allow me to build a sequence for the next round. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate this card, pull two cards from the past. Then I will get to go ahead and sort these how I want to. So I'm going to do 16, 17, 18 so that I can build a sequence for next round, 10 and 11, and then 22. That's how I will sort these out. So these cards will go away until we have only 3. And then we will start over again at step 1 here, drawing 3 new cards. 22, 23, 31. Really not a lot I can do here. I could put 23 down here first, 31, and then 47 to at least make it kind of make sense. But really not a lot of actions I want to take there. I don't necessarily want to draw cards because there really wasn't even a sequence that it looked like I could build there. 37, 4. Okay, so 4 scores for us. We get a replacement there. 32. Okay. 34. Okay, so if there were a way I could pull 31 back out of the past, I could start to build a little bit of a sequence here in the 30s. So let's see what I draw. See if I get lucky. Nope, no luck. No luck whatsoever. So I will stop wasting my candy and try and get these a little bit closer together. We're going to put 32 down here next to 47. We're going to put 34 down there next to 32, 37 down next to 34, and then 41. Oh, sorry, that goes back there. And then we will start again here. Let's see, 45, 25, and 5. Well, good news, 5 scores. We get to replace that. Oh, 6 scores, and we get the candy first. I believe we should have gotten a candy for 45 as well, so we'll go ahead and get that. And now 6 will score, which we will get to replace immediately. Okay, good news there. I don't necessarily want to take any more actions with these cards because I don't see much of a sequence that I could build. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave those sorted how they were. And then move on over to step 1 again. All right, 45, 46, 42. It'd be really nice if we could get those. You know what, in fact, I think I want to do that. I want to go ahead and move these to the bottom of the deck if I can to get them closer to the 40s and mid-30s that we've been putting on there, because that would make sense to hopefully get a sequence going. So I'm going to activate that card. This allows me to put, let's see, cards on the bottom of the deck that I want to. So I'm going to do 42, 46, and then 35. And then that way the 45 will hopefully start to round out into another sequence there. Ooh, and this would also be good if I could do, in fact, I think I am going to do this. I'm going to activate this card to pull these 2 cards back into the present and then sort it so that 43 and 44 and 45 are right next to each other. And then 33 is right there so that we can hopefully once again start to build a sequence. Now we haven't seen a sequence yet. Basically, a sequence is something that you'll put into the past, right? So you want to put a sequence into the past, and that could be numbers that are all, you know, in a row, like 45, 46, 47, 48. That would be a sequence. When you put that into the past, you get a candy bonus. And we haven't seen that happen just yet, but hopefully we will sooner rather than later, because I'm starting to get low on candy. And candy is the whole resource in this game. So what have we got here? We've got, I'll sort it like this. 25, 24, 20, 28. That makes some kind of sense. And I'm not going to take any of the actions on those cards because, as we just talked about, we are low on candy. We need that candy. Oh, 29. 7. Okay, fantastic. 7 scores. That's good news. 8 scores. That's even better news. 15 and 26. And we get a candy. Okay, this is really good. We can start to see potentially a sequence happening here. Now, what I want to do probably is I want to activate this card's ability to put these on the bottom of the deck to be closer to 24 and 28. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 26. No, I don't want to do that. I want to put 15 first so that 26 is closer to 24 and 29 is closer to 28. All right, there we go. All right, and now we will go back up to step 1 again. All right, so step 1. Oh, fantastic. 9 scores. That's really good news. 13, 21, and 14. So we'll get a candy for 21. Let's see if we can start to build some sequences here. 12, 13, 14. We are going to have a sequence this turn. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm done taking the actions on these cards. I don't necessarily want to do anything else. So actually, before that goes away, we will go ahead and sort these in a sequence. So we're going to put 21 at the start of the line, then we're going to do 12, 13, and 14 like this. And this is how we will sort them and put them into the past. Now, when you put a sequence into the past, when cards go into the past, they lose their candy. You are going to get a candy bonus. So we put a sequence of 3 cards in numerical order into the past. What happens when you put a sequence in the past, you get the sequence's number minus 1 in candy. So we have a 3-card sequence, and you have to have at least 3 cards to do that, right? So a 2-card sequence doesn't work. But if we have at least a 3-card sequence, 12, 13, and 14, we'll get the number of the sequence minus 1, which is going to be 2. So we will get 2 candy as a bonus. So that's why those sequences are really important, because I've kind of noticed that the lower numbered cards have a lot of candy on them. And when I say lower, I mean, 20s and below. But the higher numbered cards don't have as many candy, so it's more important to get sequences for later in the game to maintain the action, the resources for actions that you need. Okay, so we've got 19, 27, and 30. These have already been sorted, kind of, by me, I think. That's why they've come out in the order that I would already sort them in. Let's see what happens here. 36, 39, 40. You can start to see that I've sorted those as well. We're looking for 10. 10 is what's going to score us next. So let's see, 36, 39, 40. No, honestly, I wouldn't sort those any differently, and I don't want to take any of those actions because I don't think they'll help me. So I will go ahead and skip that as well and just sort them and put them right into the past. 48. Darn you, 48. All right, 16, 17. Now we know we just put the low teens on the deck. So if we go ahead and try and push these into the past, we're not going to draw what we need to get up to 16 and 17. There's no way. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave those how they are and put them into the past. We have time to sort these later. And moving the 48 into the past makes us consume 1 coffee. We're down 2 rounds. So we have 8 total in the game. So we still have time, but it does start to speed up because as you score more cards, you have less and less to go through. As you can see, the deck is 9 cards shorter than it was before. So it starts to speed up a little. All right. Oh gosh. So, sorry, I'm skipping a step. I get a candy for that. I score 10. I then get to immediately replace it. I score 11. I then get to immediately replace it. We got 22, 23. What I want to do is I do want to pull these 2 cards from the past because this is going to allow us to put a sequence into the past to get a candy bonus. And another thing that's going to happen is I'm safe pulling this from the past right now because it only pulls the last 2 cards. And so I'm not going to catch 48 in this and drink another coffee by mistake. You never want to pull 48 back into the present because then when it goes immediately back into the past, you drink another coffee. Very bad deal to do that. So this is starting to look really good. I've got a sequence going here. I've got the teens leading into the low 20s. That's a good pattern that I want to continue. And what I'll do is this turn, whenever I put 16, 17, and 18 into the past, and then 22 and 23, I have a 3-card sequence here, so I'm going to get 2 candies as a reward. And we actually have plenty of candy now to take actions, which is really great. That's exactly why you want to start building sequences, because then you can have the candy that you need to take all the actions you want to take to sort the deck correctly. So let's see here. 3 more cards. 31, 47, 32. Okay, so this is where the deck is a little bit out of whack that we need to really work on is the kind of the middle here. So I'll just do this for now. I'm not going to take any of the actions on these cards because I want to save my candy just in case I need it to do something really major. So we will go ahead and move those back over here and start again. Let's see, 34, 37. Okay, so we've got kind of some of the cards that we need together, but they're really not in the way that we need them to be. So I think I'm just going to draw 1 more card, see what I can get, see if I can find something that helps me at all. 41, 42, that's good together. And I have the ability to put these on the bottom of the deck. You know what I may do just to see? I may go ahead and put, let's see here, 34 and 37 into the past. So I'm going to go ahead and activate that card's ability, the red card. This red card allows us to put 2 cards immediately into the past and then draw 2 cards as a replacement. So let's see if we can get something that might be useful. Gosh, okay. Yeah, they're all close. They're all right here, but they're all just not quite in the order that we need them to be in. We need 35 next to 34. We need 31, 32, 34, 35. We need 33 in there somewhere. I don't know where 33 was. Okay, so how can we make this better than it is currently? I don't really know that we can as it is. And I don't really want to draw another card because I don't think that's going to make it any better. I could be completely wrong about that, but I think what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and cut my losses here and try and sort this in the best way that I can. So I think I'm going to put 35 next to 37, 34, get those kind of closer together. I'd really like 46 to be closer to 47, but just in the meantime, we'll go ahead and sort so that we've got somewhat of a sequence starting to form. We've got 35, 41, 42, 46. We've at least got them kind of in the right, going in the right direction. And now we'll need to just do a little bit of work to make sure that they really come together. So let's see here. Now we've got step 1 again, drawing 3 cards. Oh gosh, they're all right. Oh, this is great. This is going to be a sequence. We get a candy. And you know what? Man, we could really make this... Oh, if I could get... Okay, so is it worth it? Yeah, I think it is. Because what I could... Yeah, this is definitely worth it to do it. This is going to be a really big sequence. Okay, so I'll pull 42, or I'll pull these 2 from the past. And what I'm going to get to do is put a really big sequence on the board. Okay, this is fantastic. All right, so we're going to start off. I'm not going to take any more of these actions because this is just building a wonderful sequence here. All right, so I'm going to sort these how I want to and then move them to the past. I'm going to do 42, 43, 44, 45, and 46. What a crazy awesome sequence this is. That is going to be a 4 candy bonus, which is going to be all the candy that we can get. We're moving 5 cards down into the past. So now we get 4 candy back, which is all of the candy. So we now have 10 candy in our supply. What a awesome deal. And now we are starting to sort this deck exactly how we want to. So you can see how this works. You want to start sorting the deck in a way that once you start to see these cards come up that can score, you just boom, 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 score one right after the other eventually once you get the deck sorted how you want it. Ugh, this is not nearly as combo-licious as the past, as the sequence that we just put down into the past. All right, so I guess what we'll do is just sort this one without taking any actions. I don't necessarily want to mess with taking any actions from that because there's not really much of a sequence that we can pull there. So I'll just do 20, 25, 33 to kind of hopefully get it in the right direction. And then let's see, we will go ahead and move on to step 1 again. Ooh, we get a candy reward. We already have all the candy, which stinks, but oh well, what are we gonna do? I think we may be close to starting to see those lower teens come out. So I think I'm gonna push these cards into the past, which I know I'm gonna be getting 26 further away from 25 by doing this, but I'm gonna push these into the future and see what happens. Let's see here, 24, 28. That's actually not that bad. 38. Now 38's not great, but we could push these cards into the... That might actually not be a bad idea either. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to activate this again. That's right. You can do this twice, which pushes this 1 row into the future again, and this is the bottom row in the future area. So now we have 2 rows in the future, and we once again get to draw 3 cards. Okay, so we're going to get a candy. Okay, perfect. Yes, so this may work out. So 12 is going to score. We pull a replacement. 13 is going to score. Can we get 14? Wow, wow, that is fantastic. So 14 is going to score as well. We draw a replacement as 19 and 27. Okay, so here's how all of this shakes out. I don't think I'm going to get a candy here because there's no candy available in the reserve stash. So I'm missing out on candy, but that's okay because we are scoring a lot, which is great. This is what you want to do. Okay, so we are scoring quite a bit, and what we want to do is we want to sort these in a way that makes some sense for us to be able to start building a sequence. We've got 28 here, we've got 29 there. I don't know. Okay, so this is what we'll do. We will go ahead and activate this card to put one card into the future. Now, the cool thing about this card, instead of pushing all the cards into the future, it allows you to just push one and you get to attach it to a row in the future. So I'm going to put it right here because then now we'll have 27, 28, and we can put those at the end so that we can then have 26 and 29 and start to form a sequence there. So after I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and sort these cards like this. I will put 19 here. I'll put 21 here. Now, oh, nope, that doesn't go there. Sorry, you almost got me cheat on camera. That's the worst way to cheat. All right, so then put those two cards on the bottom of the deck. Then when you have rows of cards in the future, the bottom row comes back down and becomes your present area that you then have to go ahead and, or if you want to, take actions with that present row. The candy doesn't activate again because it's not being drawn off the deck. It's just coming back down into the present area. But this is actually not too bad at all because what we'll do is we will start to sort this in a way that will hopefully lead to bigger sequences in the future. Now, we're going to put 38 here, which is not ideal, but after that, we're going to have 24, 26, 27, or no, sorry, 24, 27, 28, I think maybe, yeah. That goes to the reserve stash. These will go until we only have 3 left, and then now, these come back down, and 15 scores, which is fantastic. We replace it. Oh my gosh, this is just perfect. And now, you know what we might as well do? Yeah, we can get a sequence right now. Let's do it. Let's activate 30. Fantastic. Pull these two cards from the past into the present, and we're going to have a 4-card sequence that we can put and get all of the candy in the reserve stash. So we've got, I don't want to activate any more because we've got a really sweet sequence. It's actually a 5-card sequence, which, yeah, it'll get us all the candy in the reserve stash. So then we will move a 5-card sequence, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, down into the past, which gives us, once again, a 4 candy bonus. These candies go away. We get 4 candies for that. I believe that's how that timing works out, but I'm not 100% sure there. And now we begin with step 1 again. So you can see that we've really started to sort this deck in a way that is going to lead to some awesome scoring to happen. That's not really great for us. We don't score anything with that. And we don't get any candy because we have all the candy. But that's okay because we have an abundance of wealth right now, so that is not a bad thing. Okay, fantastic. 16 scores. We draw the replacement. 17 scores. Wonderful. 18 scores. Absolutely great. 22, 23. Okay, where did 19 go? I think 19 was fairly recently, placed down there fairly recently, I should say. I'm okay with leaving those sorted how they are. We lose 1 more coffee because 48 has gone into the past, but I think it's going to be okay. I think we're going to make it. I think we're going to do this. If we don't, man, I am really bad at this game, like I said. So let's go ahead and pull out these next few cards. What does this do for us? Not much. Let's see here. Let's straighten that up a little bit. It's okay. We don't have to necessarily activate any of these actions just yet, although we could, I guess, start to draw through some cards and see what we get, see if we can maybe form some more sequences. We've got 34 there. Let's draw another card. Now this card actually has 3 spaces for candy, so it allows us to draw up to 3 cards into the present area. Oh, and this is actually not a bad idea because I think this was the part of the deck that was kind of right close together, but was just still kind of jumbled in a way that wasn't too good. Yeah, this is actually not bad at all. 34, 35. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's see if we can get a really big present area that we can then sort correctly. 41, yes, absolutely. It's starting to look really good. Okay, well, actually, 41, not as much. But, oh no, not, well, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I meant to do it here. This card just allows us to pull all of the candy on any placed cards in the present and the future off of that card. So we could put that there and then draw more cards. We could really get a present area going here. All right, so we've got 41, 42, 47. Do we want to? Well, let's at least do this. Let's do this. Let's just lose these candies here, put these cards into the past, and sort them in a way that will start to make some sort of sense. So we've got, let's see here, 31, 32, 34, 35, so 31, 32, 34, 35, 37, 41, 42, 47. Now, sorry, these are almost going off camera. So now we are starting to build this deck in a way that it is going to rapid fire score towards the end of the game, which is definitely what you want, because once again, we've lost 18 cards out of this 48 card deck, which means we have drastically cut down the time that we are going to have to go through to see that 48 again. Oh, perfect. So we see, yeah, this is perfect. Let's do this. Okay, so we get a candy. That's great. Let's pull 43, 44, 45, 41, 42, 43. Yeah, let's absolutely do this. We can start to build this sequence in a way that's really good. So let's do 42. Yep, so let's do that. We will go ahead and do that and then just put that sequence down the bottom. So we got 42, 43, 44, 45. So we've got a 4-card sequence, which will give us 3 candy. This candy goes away once it's in the past. Something interesting that you might have noticed, whenever you attach a sequence to something that's already there, so putting 42 next to 41 does not create a bigger sequence. You only get credit for the sequence that you are putting into the past, not what you're attaching to what's already there. So in that instance, we only got credit for a 1, 2, 3, 4 card sequence, not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 card sequence. It doesn't count if you add to the past. So now that we've got that going, let's do this. We're looking for 19. 19 is the one that'll score us next. And then after that, we can start to really see, hopefully, some progress. Oh, 20. 25. Man, is there a way that I can make this stick around? I want this 20 to stick around. 33. Oh, not quite what we needed. Let's see if we can draw one more card that will help us. Looking for it. Yes. Fantastic. We drew a 19 that we then replaced with a 21. Fantastic. So this is going to score. So this candy will go away. We'll replace that card with a 38. The 21 will score, which will then be immediately replaced. Gosh, is the 22 around here somewhere? Nope, not quite. But you know what? We might get it if we push these cards off into the future, which I'm really tempted to do, even though the 46 would go really nicely right here. But we're all about scoring points right now. We're not about trying to get sequences, because we've got the 24, the 25. If we can get the 22 and 23 out here, we are going to be in really good shape. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I think the 21 and 20, or the 22 and 23 are right after the 48. So that may not be possible. All right, we've got a sequence going though. That's good. And we can push these cards into the future. Can we make this happen? Let's see. Let's push them into the future one more time, see what happens. All right, so we've got one more row in the future, and we're putting out 3 more cards into the present. 29, 30, 36. We get a candy for the 36. I think we're out of luck as far as getting that sequence going. And now we've actually kind of got a worse situation with our mid-20s sequence, because we're going to put 28 or 29 and 30 before the low 20s, which is not what we wanted to do, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and sort these, leave these how they're sorted. That's kind of what we want. Put them in the past. There's no sequence there. which is not the best, but it's not the end of the world. And we will go ahead and put these down here. Let's see. Let's see what might happen if I draw a card. See what we'll get. 39, that is awful. That is an awful card to draw. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop trying to get lucky. It's not the worst. I mean, 36 and 39 would be okay together. And then I'll put these down here like that. Okay, these candies will go back to the reserve stash. These will go over here. And then now these cards will come down into the present. All right, let's see. What can we do here? We definitely want to have the 25 and the 24 put down here next to the 26, 27, 28. We don't want them to be exactly in that order, but that's okay. All right, so let's go ahead and just sort these like this. 24, 25, 33, 38, 46. This is still kind of out of whack, but I think we're getting there. We're sorting it. We're trying to get our work done. Our boss just threw a complete wrench in the works, told us that they need those TPS reports right about now. All right, so let's go ahead and turn these over. We got 48. Oh, that's not bad. I think we're going to have 2 score in a row. Yes, we are. Okay, so this is not all bad. We replaced that card. We got 31 here. Huh. Not bad. Not bad at all. You know what? Let's not act. Well, actually, you know what? Let's do activate an action. Let's pull one more out of the past here. And if I remember correctly, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens if we do this. Let's see what happens if we push 48 off one turn into the future. And then we will go 31, 32, 40. These go away. All right, let's see what we draw now. Now with the teal card, we got 34, 35, 37. Okay, these cards, this card with the teal card, the card that was pushed in the future joins the new cards that get drawn. So it's not exactly like that gray future card that we have right here. But what I want to do is I want to keep these cards in the future. I want to see what we can get. So let's push these off one turn into the future and see what we get. 41, 42, 43. So we're going to get a sequence here, which is good. And now we've got 40 next to 41, which is even better. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get this sequence here. And we're going to play a little bit of keep away for 48 here. We're not going to put 48 into the past. So we've got 41, 42, 43. We've got 2 cards, or not 2 cards, 2 candies for that sequence. These go away. Now, these cards come back into the present. We are going to play a candy on this card to remove all the candies from the cards. And then we're going to push them off into the future again. Okay? We do not want to do that work right now. No, thank you. 44, 45, 47, we get a candy. Okay, and we could get a really big sequence bonus here by putting, which would then allow us to push 48 off into the future again. All right, so you're starting to see some of the cool combos in this game. So 44, we're going to activate that. We're going to pull 42 and 43 into the present from the past. Okay, so 42, 43, 44, 45, 47. Man, if we could get that 46 to be closer. Yeah, and I think the mid-30s, let's see, let's draw a couple of cards. Why not, right? We're going to get some more candy anyway. Let's draw a couple of cards. 29. that's not as helpful. But if I remember, where was the 24? Let's see here. Let's see if we get lucky. I doubt we will. 30. No, we better stop. We better stop while we're ahead. What I will do, however, is I will activate with my last action here this 30 and pull the 41 from the past to then get a bigger sequence. So what I'm going to do is now we've got all these cards in the present, and I'm going to put 29 down here first, 30, and then I'm going to move all of these down here. We've got, let's see, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So we've got a 5-card, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-card sequence, which will give us 4 candies. These will move into the reserve stash. We'll get 4 back, which is definitely going to help us. These cards will go on the bottom of the deck. And we're going to keep on kind of riding this combo to keep 48 out of the present area. Because I don't want this card to go into the past. So, oh, but I've used that action. The combo has come to its end. Well, you know what? Just for kicks and giggles, let's see what comes up next. 36. That's actually great. That allows us to get another sequence at least. We're going to get a candy. And then we are going to put 48 first, right next to 47, 44, 45. So that's good. That's starting to get into a sequence, which is really great. Now we lose a coffee, but oh well. And then we put a really awesome sequence into the past, right? So we've got 34, 35, 36, 37, a 3-card sequence, which will give us, a 4-card sequence rather, which will give us a 3 candy bonus, which is all the candy left in the reserve stash. Of course, this goes in there when we move them into the past, but that's okay. And so now, I think we're going to start seeing this game end rather quickly. And this is kind of how solitaire works, right? This game was based off of a game called Klondike, I believe, is what the designer said. And this is kind of how solitaire works as well. Once you kind of get the sequence down, the patterns down, and the cards that you need, then it starts to go fairly quickly towards the end. So I'm going to draw one more card, see what we can get. I get a candy. So 26, 27, 28. We've got a sequence, so that's good. And I am definitely going to push these cards into the future because I think 24 was coming up pretty soon. Boom, right there. So 24, we instantly replace that with 25. We instantly replace that with 33. Let's see, 38, 46. Oh gosh, 46, was that? Well, we're going to score a few more here as well. So let's see what we get. 31. Well, so we're going to be able to get a sequence going here with 35, 36, 37, 38. So we're not going to activate any more actions. We're just going to go ahead and put this down here for 38. Oh, actually, you know what? Well, we need that sequence. Then I'll go ahead and put 31, 33, 46 down here. That candy goes away. Whoa, a little too aggressive there. And these will come down in the present area. Now, 26 will score. We'll immediately replace that with 32. 27 will score. We'll immediately replace that with 40. Ooh, this could be bad. 28 will score. We'll immediately replace that. We've got 29. That's great. That will score. 30. That will score. That's fantastic. 41. Okay, so we've got some cards here that I would like to get out of the past. Well, actually, no, it's okay. It's all right. We'll just go ahead and it's okay. We'll deal with this when we need to. We've got 31 right. Although if we could get 31, let's see what we draw here. Let's draw the top card of the stack. We got 42. I need another card that allows me to pull from the past, because if I could get 31 back into the present, we could score it. And then we've got 32 as well. And we are starting to kind of get towards the end of the game. But I don't think I can do it. I will get a sequence for 39, 40, 41, 42, so I'll get some candy. And what I'll do is I will go ahead and put the sequence in that order into the, sorry, it went off the camera there, but I put in, let's see, 39, 40, 41, 42. So I've got a 4-card sequence, which will give me a 3 candy bonus. I'm going to go ahead and clear these cards back to where we've only got 3. And then I will get my candy. Don't want to forget about that. Okay, fantastic. We're getting really close here. Get 3 candy. And now we're going to start to see, we're going to see this 48 come up again soon, I'm pretty sure. I get a candy for that, and we've got a sequence coming. Oh, yeah, let's go ahead and get these in the right, well, they already are in the right sequence. And I might need some candy to maybe pull that combo again for the 48, which I'm going to do that. So I'm going to leave these how they are, get my 2 candy sequence bonus here. So now I'm fully stocked on candy. I just made a run to the vending machine. And we've got a really nice sequence leading up there towards the end of the game with the high 40s if we can get there. If we can get past the 30s. The 30s are what's going to be holding us up here. 47, 48, 34. Oh gosh, where did that future card go? I guess that one scored. Okay, so let's see if we can get a card that'll allow us to push these into the future. There it is, 35. Yes, please, push this into the future. And I think 37 is going to come. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, before we push it into the future, I want to get that one. 37, I think, is really close. 35, 36. Okay, we don't have any candy to get. I really think that the 37 is really close. Yes, it is. Okay, I want to get that one first so that we can reactivate these actions once they come back into the present. So I've got this, and we're looking for 31. Okay, so these go into the future. Now we will draw 3 more cards. 37, 38, 31, boom. 31 scores, we replace it. 33, gosh, where's 32? I think 32 is soon after this one, wasn't it? Yes, it is. Fantastic. All right, it's all starting to come together. 39. Oh, wait. I skipped a step. I'm sorry. You're catching me cheating again, which, you know, I'm playing against myself, so who is it going to bother? So that replaces, I activated that action to draw another card. So now 34. Now we're going to score a big sequence here. That is fantastic. Okay, so let's see here. Actually, so all the cards we need to score are here. So I guess even though I wouldn't like to, actually, you know what? I can push 1 card into the future. I will do that. I will push 38 into the future so that it can score as well. I wonder, could I get one more green? Could I get one more teal card that will give me the ability to put 39 in the future? Is that possible? No, but I get 41. That's not too bad. So I'll do this. I'll do 45, 46. So these will be together. I'm going to go ahead and sort these. I'll do 39, 40, 41, which will give me a 2 candy bonus. So I'm going to take 2 of these candies that go away, put them back here. This one goes into the reserve stash. And now, man, do we have a lot of scoring happen. We're going to go ahead and get these cards back on the bottom of our deck. These will move over. Then these cards will move down into the present area. And 34 will score. We'll replace that one. 35 will score. We'll replace that one. 36. Wait, did we replace 35? I don't think we did. 36 will score. We'll replace that one. 37 will score. We'll replace that one. 38 will score. We will replace that one. Where's 39? Oh, that one's down here. But you know what? I can, All right, so yeah, I'm not going to worry about timing. I'm going to go ahead and place these in a sequence because we are going to have quite a few that will give us a sequence bonus, which we won't really need the candy because I think we're all good here. What I will do is I will sort these how I want to. These candies are going to go away whenever I put these into the past. Man, what a sequence we're about to put here. We've got 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, which is going to give us a 6 candy bonus, which I don't think there are 6 candy left, but we will put all those into the past. We will consume 1 more coffee, which it does not matter. I think we're going to score this here with a couple of cups. We'll get all this candy. I think we're going to beat this with a couple of cups left, I should say. All right, so we'll get all these cards back into our deck. And what do you know? We are going to win it, I think. What do you know? So 139 scores 38. 40 scores on top of 39, 41 scores on top of 40, 42 scores on top of 41, 43, 44, 45. We will draw these 3 cards. 46, 47, 48. My friends, we are finished. We beat the game. What do you know? This is really a puzzly, this is kind of a very mathematical game. It's all about, it feels kind of like solitaire. It's a little bit more interesting version of one of these solitaire games. I found it kind of getting addicting. At first when I played this game, it wasn't really my speed, and then now I'm taking it with me to a lot of places, honestly, just because I know it a little bit better now, and it's really easy to set up and knock out in about 30, 45 minutes if you've got an hour to kill. So that's how you play. If you have any questions, or if I made any rules mix-ups, which I'm sure I probably did, I apologize if I did. I tried to check BGG for any specific timing questions, but if you have any other questions about the gameplay, or anything looked weird to you or was a little unclear, if I need to go into anything in more detail, absolutely please let me know, and I'd be happy to do that. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, we'll see you at the table.